Today I'll be reading the story, Doodle and His Scooter. As I read this story, I want you to think about the setting. The setting tells us about the time and the place the story was told. Also, I want you to think about Mr. McDoodle. I want you to think about his character traits. Is he kind? Is he mean? Is he helpful? We're going to talk about what we think about Mr. McDoodle at the end of this story. So I hope you enjoy Mr. McDoodle and His Scooter by Jill Eggleton, illustrated by Richard Hoyt. Mr. McDoodle and His Scooter. Let's take a look at the picture. Mr. McDoodle bought a scooter. It was orange and purple and silver and green. "Can you ride it?" asked the salesperson. And Mr. McDoodle said, "How preposterous! I can ride a scooter like a surfer rides a wave." Mr. McDoodle leaped on the scooter, and off he went, wibbling and wobbling and weaving down the street. Faster and faster and faster went his feet. Oh no. But Mr. McDoodle went too fast. He crashed into a trash can. Over went the trash can. Whoosh went the trash, and thump thud went Mr. McDoodle. "Botheration!" he said. A woman helped Mr. McDoodle up. "Can you ride this scooter?" asked the woman. Mr. McDoodle said, "How preposterous! I can ride a scooter like a surfer rides a wave." Mr. McDoodle leaped on the scooter, and off he went, wibbling and wobbling and weaving down the street. Faster and faster and faster went his feet. Oh no. But Mr. McDoodle went too fast. He crashed into a fruit stand. Over went the fruit stand. Splat went the fruit, and thump thud went Mr. McDoodle. "Botheration!" he said. A boy helped Mr. McDoodle up. "Can you ride this scooter?" he asked. Mr. McDoodle said, "How preposterous! I can ride this scooter like a surfer rides a wave." Mr. McDoodle leaped on the scooter, and off he went, wibbling and wobbling and weaving down the street. Faster and faster and faster went his feet. But Mr. McDoodle crashed into a table, thump thud, and into a pole, thump thud, and into a flower stand, thump thud, and into a hole, thump thud. Botheration, 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 said Mr. McDoodle. I can't ride this scooter. So Mr. McDoodle went to scooter school, and he learned to ride that scooter. Now Mr. McDoodle goes whirling and twirling and twisting down the street. Faster and faster and faster go his feet. And everyone says that Mr. McDoodle can ride a scooter like a surfer rides a wave. Remember at the beginning of the story, I told you we were going to be talking about the setting of the story, the time and place that the story takes place. Well, when I thought about this story, I thought it was probably summertime. I saw Mr. McDoodle riding a scooter, and I know that's something fun that you can do in the summer. At the end, I also saw him wearing shorts. That tells me it must be nice outside. As far as the place, I'm thinking his town. He was riding all over his town on the streets. And he made stops, like at the fruit stand. Well, I shouldn't say stops. He crashed into the fruit stand. Let's talk about Mr. McDoodle. What would be some words that we could describe him? When I thought about Mr. McDoodle, I thought he was pretty adventurous because he got on that scooter and he was trying to do the riding to get place to place. I also think he's brave. I saw him crash many times and he got up working on learning his scooter. He's also determined. He never gave up. You're going to be thinking about characters when you write your own story. So you might start thinking about what characteristics your character will have and what will your character look like.